What do you think? No? Yeah, you're right. Probably not much good against ghosts, huh?
What are you doing with that?
I paid a little visit to Windermere.
Why?
I was talking to Lucky.
Oh, great. You were talking about the good old days in the Dragon Lady's House of Horrors?
Actually, we were on our knees staring at 2 hydrocodone pills that had rolled under the table.
I see. And that led to a conversation about addiction, the curse of genetics, meaning me.
You, Laura. How much Lulu's like her. You know, it's uncanny. Lucky told me I'd do a double take when I saw her.
You couldn't leave it alone? You had to see for yourself?
Yes. Talking to Lucky made me realize how little I understood. I was curious.
Curiosity killed more than a cat. You know, when I was a kid, my old man had a bottle of booze that he left on the kitchen table next to an empty jelly jar. His permanent setup, his permanent 5th food group, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The sun would come through the window and hit that bottle and just make it glow like amber. I used to think maybe it was the glow, maybe it was the shine that drew him back to the bottle all the time. And eventually, my curiosity got the better of me.
And you had to taste it.
Yeah. I can still remember how it burned my throat. I was like 9 or 10. It set me on fire. Flipped my guts over.
Such a tender age.
And my knees turned to rubber and I went to the floor. That's how the old man found me.
What did he do?
He laughed his ass off. And then he thumped the crap out of me for wasting his booze.
And then he hid the bottle.
No, he left it right there on the table. As a lesson. A warning. A lot of things in life are like that, Dodge. They'll suck you in and drown you. Let that be a lesson to you, too. Laura was like that for me. She intoxicated me, set me on fire. I found my poison in a bottle of scotch, but I learned pretty soon not to mess with old Tim Spencer's stash.
Well, it's never hard to find another source.
No, it's easy. It's easy. Curiosity turned from just wanting to taste it to needing it, getting satisfaction from it. Years came and went, women came and went, and then Laura came. And she changed everything. I tasted her and I had to have more. I was completely hooked. So I kept going back, and she let me. And that's when she found her poison in me. It was good at first, her and me. It was good for a long time. She loved me. Really loved me, and that was the mistake. Love like that is always a mistake. Love that blinds you, makes you do things that you wouldn't normally do. You see, when somebody like me finds that kind of love, it puts up this perfect reflection. And it kind of sucks you in. You start to believe it. But it's a lie. And it has to be shattered. Because it's an illusion.
And that's how you found my mother.
Sometimes things are created by chance. I made you, Laura made Nicholas. Kids who were made from need, not love.
That is my birthright.
It's the truth. It's better to grow up disillusioned and find your happiness along the way than the other way around. That's what happened to Lucky. He had this perfect relationship in his head, this perfect relationship that his mother and I were supposed to have had, that everybody thought we had. That'll never work.
I agree.
I saw Lucky.
I know.
It seems like no matter what I say to him, all my words get warped by his need to prove something. So far, I've managed to leave my daughter alone. Sometimes I think it would be better not to stay here, to just disappear again.
No. You should stay. It wouldn't be right for Lulu to lose 2 brothers and a father in 1 year.
2 brothers? Are you going somewhere?
Not me. Lucky. He's already gone.
I'll be
So Lucky
fine.
took off. Well, I guess I'm going to get blamed for that, too.
No, I think you'll be taking the credit.
How does that work?
Well, you set the example. You and Laura. You proved that even a great love can end badly. Lucky realized that he was heading down the path to repeat your history, so he took off. He wanted to get out before he and Elizabeth wreck each other.
Did you tell Lulu?
No. I only found out by accident. We stopped by Lucky's apartment.
We?
Laura and I. When he was packing up his bags.
Does anybody else know?
Elizabeth. She didn't take it well.
No. She wouldn't.
She got very emotional about it.
Wow. Lucky and Elizabeth have been going back and forth for years, ever since they were kids.
Elizabeth made it very clear that Lucky's not good enough for her.
Yeah, she has made it clear, otherwise she wouldn't have kids with other men. But he keeps forgiving her. It takes 2 to make that kind of dysfunction.
Maybe. But it surprised me that after everything the 2 of them have been through, she's still clinging on.
So did Laura. Hope can be brutal, man. Any idea where your brother went?
Siobhan wrote him a letter. A last request.
Sounds ominous.
Yes. Elizabeth wasn't happy about it. She thought that Siobhan was manipulating Lucky from beyond the grave. She thinks that Siobhan is trying to screw them up more than they already are.
That's some parting gift.
And it gives Lucky something to run towards instead of away from. He just wants to do something to honor Siobhan.
I liked Siobhan. She craved the open road. She didn't tolerate hypocrisy. She made her mark. Oh, things that die before their time tend to do that. And things at Windermere just die, period. What the hell are you doing with this, anyway?
I wanted to see her. When I found her, she was on the floor, damaged. She had this gash. So I fixed her up. I've thought about taking her back, but we might want to keep her close.
This was painted in some dark tower on the Cassadine compound when she was a prisoner there. Take it back where it belongs and seal it up with the other ghosts.
More ghosts.
Windermere is a monument to pain and suffering. Something in there seeps through the walls, and it will follow you home like a stray cat because it's curious. It wants to know why you're alive and it isn't. And it will suck the life out of you, leaving you a hollow shell.